Diary of DeFi Kingdom to give us a run-through of some of the latest developments in DeFi Kingdom.
What's up, everybody? All right. So, this has been a long time in the making. DeFi Kingdoms, we've been around more than 3 years. Ooh, we got some music going on in the background. Let's wait for our presentation to get ready. As that's getting ready, 3.5 years, we've been interested to work with YGG. We've been networking, we've been following, and we've been building. Now, what we started with is what a lot of games are working on now. We started with DeFi and gamification of what's really boring in this space, because although we want to be playing and having fun, we also want to be educating people all around the world and breaking down those barriers. Well, when the bear market hit and we came out strong with our gamification, we've been working hard on building. And today we're going to get you up to speed. You might have heard of DeFi Kingdoms, launched on a few other chains. Check this out at one point. As we bring you up to speed today, the main goal is to show what we've built specifically for YGG and other guilds around the world who would like to get in, get caught up, have fun, and earn some. So I am Dreamer, president at DFK. I have Bolon here. He's our head of player engagement. We are stoked to be here. I'm going to hand it over to Bolon. He's going to catch us up, and then we'll be announcing that alpha that we will ask for a follow-up back in the room at our booth. Over to you, Bolon.
Thank you, thank you. Good to be here. Love to be in this room and feel this energy. It's been fantastic getting to meet so much of the YGG community. So, as Dreamer said, we launched 3.5 years ago, and we really started out with gamification of DeFi. So for those of you that know us from back in 2021, early 2022, what you really know us for is that gamified DeFi. Decentralized exchanges, NFTs, marketplaces, tokenized assets, profession quests that are passive. But that's really not who we are anymore today. This was the foundation for everything else that we have built over the last couple years and everything that we are going to continue building. So for those of you that haven't been keeping up with us, we're going to do a little bit of a review and then talk about what's coming next. So we wanted to start out building out this gameplay experience and really diving into the core of RPG gameplay. And what that looks like for us is combat. Taking your hero NFTs, bringing them into our custom-built combat system, fighting enemies, fighting everything. So our very first combat launched, and that is a combat system that we call Void Hunts. The Void Hunts are our boss fights, so these are very challenging battles. Let's take a look at one.
Can we get sound going? Is the player on the left has 3 heroes in there. All assets are tokenized, and on the right is the boss fight. This is one of 2 boss fights that is highly technical, very difficult, and has drops themed for the boss. You see their chickens? One of those drops is a 2-handed great sword called the Excalibur.
Yes, so this was actually the final 30 seconds of our 500,000th hunt that our players have completed. So as you can see from the screen with this combat system, it's a very deep strategic turn-based combat. And that's really what we're focused on building, is that really intense strategic gameplay. So you've got your 3 heroes. We have a variety of hero classes. We've got 22 different hero classes. Every class has unique skills. And you, are, as the player, are picking what skills you want to use for each of your heroes. You've got potions, you've got equipment, weapons, armor. All of that is also tokenized. So as you're completing these hunts, you have the chance for these really rare equipment drops. Like Dreamer mentioned, the Excalibur. The Excalibur right now is a $500 piece of equipment in our game. All of that is coming from this combat experience. So then we wanted to keep building out combat and keep going further and further and really start adding competition into the world of DeFi Kingdoms. So it was time for a new experience. We launched this about 7 weeks ago, player versus player combat in the Coliseum on Metis, which is our jerseys. So really bringing that into life, same combat system, pitting our players against other players. So we'll take a look at that. Let's see. No audio, so I'm going to keep talking.
Yeah, more audio, more music.
So as you can see, it's using that same battle system. You can see some of these heroes are equipped with gear that's come from those void hunts.
And I'm really pushing the audio because a lot of people that play DFK love our music. Every different interior, everywhere that you explore, you have a different type of audio that engages something inside you, your childhood gamer experience with other games that is unique to DFK. So we'll continue to get the audio going, but not only the visuals, not only the pixel art, the deep strategy in the gameplay, but the audio comes to life and makes it amazing as well. So the DFK Coliseum, we are one of 3 phases built in. First is just to get 2 players, 1 on each side, with 3 heroes each, with dozens of other tokens on each side, from the weapons, the armor, the cosmetics that we call visages, and the potions. There's about 40 to 50 tokens in each match coming to life. We're very proud of this because a lot of people try to hide what they're doing on the blockchain. We try to celebrate it. Now, our players have been playing for years. They have the best heroes. They understand the strategy. So when you come to compete with them, it's a bit daunting. A month ago, we were in Argentina, and we were playtesting this Coliseum with some of the biggest influencers out there. One is here, Sam Stefanina, shout out to him, and he loved it. But his comment was, man, this is a lot to learn. This is a lot for new players to come in and catch up on. We are here to try to partner with YGG and get as many in our game to not only play, but benefit, just as the documentary that we got to preview, the Metaverse Filipino Workers, we want it to be profitable as well, exciting and competitive. So we have spent the last month putting all of our effort to build something for you guys, to bridge that gap, to make it so that at a very cost-effective entry, you could come in, play simple battles with simple enemies, gain experience, and gain rewards to progress to be able to hop in the Coliseum and compete with glory with everybody else. So we're going to hop in that and show what we're going to be announcing together. But if we look at the first part, foundation of DeFi, gamification. It's the backbone of any RPG or game with in-game economies. And then we had our boss fights, end game, very hard, showing that we can make a game that's difficult, deeply strategic and fun. Working on competition, because if you look around, everybody here is competing. It's fun to compete with your friends. And if you don't have what it takes, it's fun to watch others and spectate and speculate with your friends. Now we need to bridge the gap from entry level to all of that. So in bringing that all together, we are here to announce some alpha called Patrols. Now, Patrols, with you as the commander in DeFi Kingdoms, commanding your legions, when night comes and you take your heroes out to patrol the interiors in the beautiful maps that we have, lower level enemies will spawn. And they're not going to be as complex as the hunt that you saw. There will be more variety, more fun, and a bit simpler for new players to be able to play. You'll be able to choose your adventure, where you can start with level 1 to 3, 4 to 6, and 7 to 9. So if you look behind me, we'll see a little preview and learn a little bit more about Patrols. So what you saw on the right, there are new enemies, and it was simple, but we want it to be simple because as you see behind us, what Bolon is going to walk us through, on the left, each hero class has very complicated builds. And if you start at the bottom, imagine hopping in a World of Warcraft endgame and are just like expected to know everything. There's no way, it's too much. We want to start you at 1. Hop in, have an enemy that you can learn the battle system, experience it, progress, get rewards that you can either keep for your profile or monetize. But with that excitement with Patrols, back over to Bolon.
Yeah, so as Dreamer mentioned, as too much fun the last couple days. As Dreamer mentioned, so much of the feedback that we've gotten, Sam Stefanina, Spike Collects in the Wayfinders Guild, and so many others, is that there's so much there to learn. And so Patrols is really designed to help you come in as a brand new player, start at the basics, and then learn as you progress through the game. So as Dreamer mentioned, like this is a skill tree for one of our classes. As that hero levels up, you learn more and more skills. But if you're starting out in a boss fight already expected to be using all 5 tiers of skills, it's just a lot to process immediately with no experience in the game. Whereas with Patrols, we can start you out at level 1, you have 1 skill, you play Patrols, you learn how the combat system works. As that hero levels up, you learn additional skills, and you keep progressing through the gameplay. Eventually, your hero levels up high enough, you go and do void hunts, you join the Coliseum, and really just bringing that game loop to fruition of being able to start at the beginning and learn the game by playing the game. And so we're very, very excited for that. Patrols will be a choose-your-own-adventure progression style system. So when you complete a patrol, you will have the choice of finishing the patrol and claiming rewards, or continuing on for another round, keeping your heroes' health and mana where they are, but facing a new group of enemies. The further in you get, the greater your rewards will be. This is open to heroes of every level, and it's designed for heroes level 1 through 9. Then those heroes hit level 10 and above and start going into deeper and harder and more rewarding combat experiences. And those rewards are built in all the way through. So even just completing patrols, you're going to be earning rewards all along the way. But much like our void hunts have very rare equipment drops that only can be obtained in the void hunts, so will patrols. So there will be unique NFTs and unique tokens that can only be obtained through patrols for every player who wants to use them in combat, whether that combat is patrols or other features of the gameplay. And all of that is, of course, fully tradable, embracing our DeFi foundation.
Next slide. Do we have any more slides? All right. So this is our invitation, guys. We've been around a while. We're not going anywhere. One worry that you might have is, as you enter the space, as the market does this, you don't know who to trust. You don't know which games are going to continue to deliver. And in that very long bear market where many people were saying certain things about DFK being here or not, we're here to show you, not tell you, we've been here, we've been building, and we're not going anywhere. We have so much more to build. We have more rewards to give out, and we have sponsors ready to juice up those rewards as well. So if you're here for fun, if you're here for the technology side, a blockchain enthusiast, a play-to-earner, we have what you want. We promise the ongoing quality in the future, and we invite you to come join us in the back. Hop in. We have patrols ready to demo, and we are giving away tokens for you to get in and buy your own heroes on us. So come in the back, get those tokens, get the heroes, get in the game. And I'm going to bust out my phone here and record a little selfie video, because on 3, I'm going to ask us all to say bullish, because we are bullish on the space. We're bullish on YGG. We hope that as you check us out, you'll be bullish on DeFi Kingdoms going forward. So you good to close out?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Bullish!
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Dreamer and Bolon.